Many people enjoy making snowmen or snow forts during winter, but Dan Belcher prefers making his holiday sculptures out of sand.
I love sand because you can work large scale. You get to be outdoors, which has its positives and minuses. You know, it can have its drawbacks. And I don't know, there's a physicality that's really fun, and people find it fascinating because everybody has played with sand, but then to do what we do with it, it blows people away.
Belcher is a St. Louis-based artist who's been making sand sculptures for 32 years. Since 2011, he's done 7 of them for Candy Cane Lane in the St. Louis Hills neighborhood.
Well, it seems that no matter what I do, people always like to have Santa Claus. So they had asked me if I would do a Santa Claus similar to the style I had carved one 10 years ago, which would seem to be a favorite. So I looked back at photos of that, and it was a nice one to do because it's just a large face. People can see it coming down the street, and it's instantly recognizable.
Using just sand, water, and a small percentage of glue, Belcher says he was able to create this sculpture in just 1 or 2 days.
Well, this sculpture is approximately 12 tons of sand, so that's most of a truckload.
He says weather can affect how long the Santa sculpture lasts.
But with the freezing and thawing, I mean, you can see some cracks at the top. That's just superficial. But the thing is, if we do get a hard freeze or a hard rain, it may cause little bits to fall. And so I'm doing some repairs.
But as long as the weather cooperates, you can see the sculpture on the 6500 block of Murdoch Avenue until New Year's Day. While viewing the neighborhood light display is free, Candy Cane Lane collects donations for various charitable causes throughout the holiday season.
And the nice thing this year is I get this sand all the time from a company called BMC Sand in Eureka. And the great thing was this year they found out it was for a charitable event, so they donated the sand. And Dan Belcher Trucking donated the trucking, which was very nice.
And Belcher says he is always happy to create something for Candy Cane Lane.
I like to be able to do this one because they have such a great group of people on the street, on this block, and they put a lot of work into creating a fun atmosphere that people can enjoy for free, and then they collect for charities. And it's nice to draw people, give people something else to see when they're here, something that brings them joy, and a way to help get money to those charities.
For Living St. Louis, I'm Veronica Moheski.